Hey everyone, it's Lisa here. In this tutorial, I'm going to walk you through using the Magic Canvas and how you can get the best out of the product. The Magic Canvas includes 10 different canvases and they're designed to enhance your work in various ways. Each canvas has its own effects and overlays, and I'm going to show you how you can get the best out of them. If you need help importing the canvases, there is another video that I made for that, and I'll include the link below in this video. So once you've imported the canvases, they will appear in your gallery in Procreate, and they should be the very first document that you import, depending on whether you imported all of them at once or one at a time. I do recommend actually importing one at a time because they are fairly large documents and you don't want to crash Procreate just in case there's an overload of information. So what I recommend doing is you select them all and create your own stack, which is what I've done. You'll see them all stacked over here. And I've chosen to import just the large ones. It does come with two different sizes depending on your iPad capabilities and how many layers you want to work in. So I've just imported the larger ones, and they won't look like this for you. They will all just be blank, and you'll see that I've already started using some of them. So you can, if you can imagine, all your canvases, they will all be blank and ready for you to use. There are two different ways you can use the Magic Canvas. The first method is to actually work directly in the actual canvas, and the second method is to just import finished artwork that you've created somewhere else. This is great for older artwork that you just want to enhance, or even play around with the textures and see how you can change your artwork and give it that extra touch. So I'm going to show you the first method, which is painting and drawing directly in one of the canvases. In this instance, I'm going to use the Moody painting. So I'm just going to duplicate that by swiping left. And the reason why I'm duplicating that, because I just want to retain the original one. So I'm going to be making quite a bit of changes on this one, and I just want to make sure that I have the original one available for me to use next time I want to use that. So I'm going to open that. Coming over to our layers panel. If you expand that, you'll see there will always be a canvas effect grouping right at the top. You will be drawing underneath that, so you can start drawing on the draw here layer, and any new layer that you create, make sure that you place them below the canvas effect. So if I were to give you an example and show you what I mean, I'm just going to hit the plus button and I'm making sure that it's underneath the canvas effects. If we use the new layer above the canvas effect, let me just show you. What's going to happen is it's not going to have the effects of that layer, all the textures and canvases, and I'm going to show you how that looks. So coming over to the draw here layer, which is the layer you should be working on, I'm just going to choose any old brush and just very loosely make some leaves. So if we go to our canvas layer, our canvas effect layer, and I turn that on and off, you'll see it's had quite a change in artwork. Let me just zoom in to show you. So I'm going to turn that layer off, and I'm going to show you what happens if we don't draw underneath that. So because the effect is underneath that layer, even if we turn it on and off, it's having no impact. So it's super important, if you want the canvas to have an effect on your work, to work underneath them. Of course, in your drawing, you might find that some of the layers you don't want the effect applied to, so you're just going to simply drag above the canvas effect. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete that. If you want to make adjustments to the canvas effect, that's super easy. These will come standard locked, and the reason why I do that, because I don't want you to accidentally work on them. So in order to make any adjustments to the canvas effect, you first need to unlock them by swiping left and choose unlock. And if you expand that layer, you'll see all the different effects that we have. You can play around by just turning them on and off and seeing which one you actually want to adjust. So if you don't want the canvas effect to be so sort of obvious, what we can easily do is just turn that opacity down. So you're just going to expand that layer, and I'm just going to bring the slider all the way down, just for more of a subtle effect. Or if you want to really ramp it up, you can turn that up in opacity. And then once you're done, make sure that you lock the layer again by swiping left. That way you know that you're not going to have any effect, you're not going to accidentally paint on those layers. Okay, so that's method 1. Now I'm going to show you method 2. So coming over to one of the drawings I created, I'm just going to open that. Okay, so this is the drawing I created in one of the canvases. So I worked directly in the canvas like we did method 1. And I'm just going to show you what it looks like when I turn the canvas on. It makes quite a change to the drawing. It adds all that lovely little texture and detail that we want. Again, I'm just going to show you on and off. So if we want to just test what this drawing looks like on other canvases, the best way to do that is to save this as a JPEG. So we're coming over to our little spanner icon and we're going to hit Share, JPEG. And then we're just going to save it directly onto our iPad. And I'm going to come out onto my gallery again. And this time, I think I'm going to choose the vintage print. And what I want to do is, because it's now a portrait shape, I want to change it to horizontal, and that's super easy. You're just going to take your 2 fingers. I've got nails, so it makes it a bit tricky. You're just going to take 2 fingers and just basically turn them on their side and let go. I'm going to expand my layers panel, make sure that I'm now working underneath the effects layer as we discussed. Come over to my spanner and I'm going to insert a photo. And you'll see we've already created a different effect for the same drawing. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like off and the canvas effect on. And again, if we wanted to adjust any of those layers, maybe we wanted to intensify the paper texture, we can do that. Maybe you want to take down the noise, we can do that. So this is a great way to actually play around with existing drawings and just test what the effect that you want. I'm going to show you another example for the same drawing. And yeah, let's use the moody painting. So the same canvas that we used, I'm just going to turn it on its side. Open that, and I'm going to turn that layer off, create a new layer, making sure I'm underneath my canvas effect, and we're going to insert that same picture, and you'll see that's quite a bit of a different effect already to our original. So that gives it more of a painterly effect, looks like we've painted it on canvas. If you wanted to crop your canvas and make it a lot smaller, but you still wanted to retain the proportion of all the textures, you're going to come over to the little spanner icon, you're going to hit Canvas, Crop and Resize, then hit Settings, and make sure that you have Resample Canvas on. So what that means is it's going to scale everything proportionately, and it's going to keep the original dimensions of the document. So now I'm just going to select the pixels and type in a new size, and you'll see this size will automatically adjust accordingly and retain the dimensions, the original dimensions of the document. And then I'm going to hit Done and Done again. And now it resizes the canvas and it retains all the proportions of the textures and everything else that you have designed in the correct proportion. If you wanted to crop your image and not scale it down proportionately, we're going to come back to the spanner icon, make sure you hit Canvas, Crop and Resize. And you can either kind of do it by hand, sort of eyeballing it as you go, or what you can do is you can type in your new figures over here. Make sure that you don't have Resample Canvas on, because the minute you do, it's going to link those 2 figures. So just having that off allows me the freedom to move things or be more precise with my figures. And you see it hasn't adjusted that size, which is exactly what we want. And then you're going to hit Done again. I'm just going to cancel that in this case. So I hope that gives you an idea how you can get the most out of the Magic Canvas. Don't be shy to adjust the opacity of all the different canvas effects, and do play around by importing some of your older work and see how you can transform that into a newer piece. Hope that was helpful. Happy creating!